Are you preparing to take the AEPA Middle Grades General Science exam? This assessment evaluates your readiness to teach middle school science in Arizona. If this is what you're looking for, I can help. My name's Olivia, and I'm a test prep expert with Study.com. In this video, I'll cover everything you need to know, including what's on the test, its structure, scoring requirements and test policies, and my top 5 test-taking tips. Ready to get started? Let's dive in. The Arizona Educator Proficiency Assessment for Middle Grades General Science exam is designed for educators seeking certification to teach science in grades 5 through 8 in Arizona. This comprehensive assessment evaluates your content knowledge across 4 major content domains: nature of science, physical science, life science, and earth and space science. These are essential for effective middle school science instruction. What makes this exam unique is its broad scientific scope. You'll need to demonstrate mastery across all 4 domains to earn your certification. The test was developed by the Arizona Department of Education in partnership with Pearson to ensure alignment with Arizona's science standards and national science education frameworks. The first domain is nature of science, which accounts for 19% of the test. This covers scientific inquiry, methodology, and the relationship between science and society. Physical science makes up 31% of the exam, the largest domain, covering properties and changes in matter, energy, forces, and electromagnetic waves. Life science represents 25% of the test, addressing cell biology, genetics, evolution, and ecosystems. Finally, Earth and space science also accounts for 25%, covering Earth's structure, weather systems, and astronomical phenomena. This exam is particularly important because middle school science teachers often need to teach across multiple branches of science, making comprehensive knowledge crucial for classroom success. Arizona middle school students rely on teachers who understand how scientific concepts build upon each other across disciplines. Now that we know the content the exam covers, let's examine the test structure along with some tips to bring success come test day. The AEPA Middle Grades General Science exam is a single exam and computer-based test consisting of approximately 150 multiple-choice questions. You'll have 3 hours to complete the exam, which is administered at designated testing centers throughout Arizona and is also available through online proctoring with the same format and timing. All questions are in standard 4-option multiple-choice format, where you'll select the best answer from options A through D. The test is designed to assess your understanding of scientific concepts, principles, and their applications in middle school science education. This brings me to my first tip: manage your time effectively. With 150 questions in 3 hours, aim to spend about 72 seconds per question. This gives you time to read carefully while maintaining steady progress. And speaking of reading questions, my second tip involves an important action: reading the answer choices before the question. It's not only important to read what the question is asking, but also the answer choices given. This counterintuitive strategy helps you identify what the question is really asking for and primes your brain to look for specific information as you read the question. Now let's move on to scoring requirements and question types. The AEPA Middle Grades General Science exam uses a scaled scoring system with a passing score of 220. This scaled score ranges from 100 to 300, so 220 represents a solid performance across all content domains. Here's the key difference between passing and excelling. Focus on mastering the fundamentals in each content domain. You need to answer approximately 60 to 65% of questions correctly to reach the 220 passing threshold. To excel, aim for 80% or higher accuracy, demonstrating deep understanding of complex scientific relationships, advanced problem-solving skills, and thorough knowledge of scientific methodology. This brings me to my third useful tip: don't leave questions blank. There's no penalty for guessing, so answer every question. If you're unsure, use your scientific reasoning to eliminate unlikely options. Your performance will be reported by content domain, helping you understand your strengths and areas for improvement if you need to retake the exam. Before test day arrives, there are some policies that you should be aware of. You'll have access to a scientific calculator provided by the testing center. You cannot bring your calculator, so familiarize yourself with basic scientific calculator functions beforehand. The test includes a periodic table and formula pages with essential scientific constants and equations. These will be provided electronically during the exam. There are no personal items. You are not allowed to bring reference materials, notes, or personal calculators into the testing room. Before the actual test begins, for both in-person and online testing, you'll complete a 15-minute computer-based tutorial to familiarize yourself with the testing interface. Use this time to familiarize yourself with navigation and marking features. And with all this talk on calculators, of course, I have a helpful tip for you on this. Tip 4. Practice with different calculator interfaces beforehand. The provided calculator may differ from what you typically use, so practicing with various interfaces can help settle any nerves and ensure you're comfortable with the tool on test day. Now, let's take a deep dive into the breakdown of the content on the exam. Domain 1 is all about the nature of science. This domain covers scientific inquiry, methodology, and science-society relationships. You'll need to understand experimental design, data analysis, and scientific impact. Questions focus on identifying experimental controls, evaluating scientific claims, and understanding the difference between scientific theories and laws. Let's look at a sample question. Moving from the foundations of scientific inquiry, let's examine the largest content area on the exam. Domain 2 is physical science. This is the largest domain, covering matter properties, chemical and physical changes, energy transformations, force and motion, and wave properties. Expect questions on atomic structure, chemical reactions, Newton's laws, electricity, magnetism, and sound and light waves. This domain requires strong foundational knowledge in chemistry and physics concepts. Many questions will require you to apply mathematical relationships and interpret graphs or diagrams. Here's another sample question you may see in this section. Now, let's shift our focus from the physical world to the realm of living organisms. Domain 3 is life science. This domain addresses cell biology, genetics, evolution, and ecosystems. You'll encounter questions about cellular processes, heredity, natural selection, and ecological relationships. Topics include organelle functions, cellular respiration, DNA structure, inheritance patterns, and food webs. Understanding the hierarchical organization of life, from molecules to ecosystems, is fundamental. Let's look at a sample question. Finally, let's explore our planet and beyond in the last content domain. The final domain 4 is Earth and space science. This domain covers Earth's history, structure, atmosphere, climate, and solar system characteristics. Topics include plate tectonics, rock cycles, weather patterns, ocean processes, and astronomical phenomena. Questions examine Earth's layers, atmospheric systems, ocean currents, and solar system objects. Understanding the interconnections between Earth systems is crucial for success. Here is a sample question from this domain. I know that was a lot of information, and you're probably thinking, where do I start when it comes to preparing? Let's talk about some successful strategies to help you get prepared for test day. Start with a diagnostic assessment. Take a practice test to identify your strongest and weakest content areas. Study.com's prep course offers comprehensive diagnostic tools that create a personalized study plan based on your results. My final helpful tip for you is to focus on conceptual understanding rather than memorization. One strategy you can use is to create concept maps connecting ideas within and across domains. The exam assesses your ability to apply scientific principles to new situations rather than just recalling facts. Study systematically by domain. Create a study schedule where you focus on one domain each week, then rotate through all 4 domains. Begin with your strongest domain to build confidence, then tackle your weakest areas with extra attention. Dedicate focus time to each content area, ensuring you understand fundamental concepts before moving to advanced topics. Another great tactic is to practice with scientific reasoning questions. Many questions require you to analyze data, interpret graphs, or evaluate experimental procedures. Regular practice with these question types builds confidence. Ensure you're comfortable with basic calculations, unit conversions, and formula applications commonly used in science. For comprehensive test preparation, Study.com offers an excellent AEPA Middle Grades General Science Prep course that I highly recommend. Created by experienced science educators, it includes detailed videos for every concept and high-quality practice questions with thorough explanations. Most importantly, there's a 92% pass rate for those who have completed the course. With that said, I hope I was able to give you a good idea of the concepts and competencies you can expect to find on the actual exam. Please like and subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button so you won't miss any new videos when they drop. If you have specific questions about science content or test strategies, let us know in the comments below and we'll address them in future videos. Finally, once you've passed the AEPA Middle Grades General Science exam, please share your success story in the comments so we can celebrate your achievement. Good luck with your preparation and your future teaching career.